UK Spawn question. When we say the phase is inverted around the port tuning frequency of a sub, is that caused by the port itself, or is it in the crossover design or something else?
I think it's just the nature of the port. If you think about like what's actually happening, speaker goes in, air goes out, right? That a port and a passive radiator are pretty much the same thing. They're tuned to a certain frequency, and they play sounds generally, from that frequency and below. And so you can think of a port as I don't know how you want to call it. It's just kind of like what a passive radiator does. Yeah. And so if you've ever seen a passive radiator, you push in on the woofer, the radiator goes out. It's hard to say radiator. You push on the passive, and the woofer comes out. So they come out in opposite ways. Same thing happens with the port, right?
It's actually, but the port is meaning it's the other one's sealed, right? The only way that the what do you call it? The radiator.
Yeah,
I can't even think of the word. That's a sealed enclosure. The ported enclosure is a ported enclosure, meaning there's air.
But they do the same thing. They call it, like, you can think of the port as an air spring,
Air spring, okay.
So basically they are out of phase. Luckily, you don't get cancellation because the port is tuned at a frequency that the woofer is not actually playing. But typically it is out of phase just because of what I'm saying. You push in, air comes out, right? At kind of like the opposite time. I don't know about opposite. I don't want to be like, don't take this on the technical, I'm just trying to simplify it. But there are ways around that. Like there are cabinets where they're like transmission lines where the port is super long, right? So that what comes out is in phase, but that's requiring the air to go real far. So, I think that should answer the question. It's not based on the crossover. It's based on like the nature of the thing. I think, somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong, Joe. But I'm not going to correct you.
I do have the speaker design cookbook.
Speaker design cookbook?
Yeah, loudspeaker design cookbook. Let me show you this. I had this as one of the things I wanted to talk about. Okay. I just bought this book just because I've heard a lot of good things. It's expensive. Look, hardcover, $124 for this. Oh, yeah, you textbook. It is. It does look like a textbook, but this is something a lot of people recommend, and so I'm hoping to learn some stuff from this. I bought this 8th edition. The 7th edition is much less expensive, but this one claims to have something about DSP. Mm-hmm. So I was interested, right? That's what I do, DSP stuff. So I wanted to see if they had something there that was, something I've never heard before. And unfortunately, it really wasn't. It's all stuff kind of like use REW. This is what Dirac does. This is what Odyssey does. Kind of an overview, but nothing there that I thought was something I've never heard of before. I could probably look online and find out about that. But when it comes to loudspeaker design and the question that was just asked, I think they're going to go into great detail about, how that all works. And I think that's helpful for someone who does review speakers like myself. So anyway, $99, still expensive, but let me show you guys something if you're interested in this. If you go to...
You have a coupon code.
Yeah. So for that particular website here, you see this? ccwebshop.com. It says discount code VDC20. So I saw this on Audio Science Review, and that code still works.
I had to zoom
VDC20. So yeah, I think it came out to 70-something bucks, which is,
not bad.
Yeah, not bad for a bunch of information.
The 9th edition will have AI, apparently.
Make sure to join us every Monday for our live stream at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/Daily HiFi.